What's up, beautiful people? In this video, we are about to give my bucket plants an upgrade to the grow pots, and I'm gonna show you how easy it is just to make the transfer, because we're gonna grow better, we're gonna do better, so we can eat better. Okay, let's get to it. What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up With the Joneses. 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 How y'all doing, great people? My name is Ricky Jones here, and I am also excited to be here with you all today. If you are new to the channel, please click that subscribe button already, because on this channel you can find so many garden videos, different explanations, how-tos, and everything in between, okay? So go ahead, link in, tap in, because I know we're gonna have some good fun and great fun together in the future. And like I said, in this video, we will be promoting my bucket garden plants into my grow bags, which I did a video on why I am no longer growing in 5-gallon buckets and why I'm growing in fabric containers, which I believe you should as well. And so what we're gonna do is transfer a couple of plants today, just to show you, like I said, how easy it is. And like, you know, it's a promotion at the end of the day. Not only you can get a promotion on your job or whatever it is you are doing in life, but plants can too. And I'm gonna do it in a way that I can also plant other things with it going forward, because now I have some space in the grow bag and I just don't have to grow one thing in a specific grow bag. I can companion plant in the grow bag, which we will talk about probably in another video, because I just want to like focus on the transferring of things. And sometimes you may have to add some things as well just to fill in the spaces, because you don't want any gaps and any things like that. But I'm not gonna get too much into it. I'm gonna show you what to do, and I'm gonna talk us through the process as I do what I do. Alright, y'all, so go ahead and smash that like button, because we are so excited about what is to come and the growth that we will have because of the conditions that we are creating within the grow bags, okay? Alright, let's go ahead, y'all. Alright, so the first thing I wanted to show is the height difference, which you can see pretty much the grow bag is about the same size as the 5-gallon bucket. This is a 7-gallon, 5-gallon, excuse me, yeah. This is a 7-gallon grow bag. Of course, this is a 5-gallon bucket that you can pick up a little bit anywhere. So what I'm gonna do is attempt to get the roots out peacefully. The goal is to get the roots out peacefully first, and then from there I can then get the soil that finds itself around the roots. And so let's go ahead and take a dig. All right, so I have a little bowl here that I can put the sage. This is a sage plant, actually, a garden sage, as it is labeled. I picked this up from Home Depot when I was eager to start planting. So I'm gonna just start working it like so, working at it. But then this will also show us the amount of roots that are a part of this plant as well, which also let us know how we can companion plant with it. So it's been raining today, so the soil is very moist and loose. So I'm gonna stop doing that and just start to transfer, which obviously this is a lot of soil. Yep. It is all in there, and the smell of sage is smelling so spectacular. I do say so. I think I've reached the bottom. Alright, so I have this clump of soil right here that I'm just going to transfer to this bucket. There's some big roots down there. Alright, so let me go ahead and pour this over now to its new home and new destination, which there's no fancy or special way to do it. You just have to. Alright, so now we have the grow bag. So the roots did very well. There weren't roots on the side, which I'm thankful for. They were pretty much straight down. As I had holes at the bottom of this bucket, the roots were pretty much fixed at getting to the bottom, which, I mean, that's what they do. See, here's the root system that I did get out of the bucket, which is gonna have its effect on the sage plant itself. But in the grand scheme of things, it's gonna do it better and justice. So now I'm adding some peat moss and some fertilizer peat moss fertilizer mix to the equation, knowing that the soil, the roots, needs to be able to trap in, keep in water as much as possible, which is another reason why doing it on a rainy day is ideal, because you have the perfect water, the perfect solution to be able to give your plants the nutrients and things that it needs. Because I mean, there's something about rainwater that allows for the plants to grow in ways that watering normally from a water spigot or something just doesn't do. All right, so adding it back, it being the sage. Oh man, that was pretty good. As far as like the height is concerned, that's about where I wanted it to be, in which I'll give you all a side profile as well. So what I'm gonna do is add back the soil that was in the 5-gallon bucket, which is definitely fine to add. It was a safe container to grow, food grade to grow the plants in, so it's okay. And what I'm gonna do is add finishing touches as far as the soil and things are concerned, so that we'll have a nice firm house and top, which is going to be the peat moss and all solution. Which makes sense. We're going from a 5-gallon bucket solution to a 7-gallon. So that's 2 gallons that we have to make up for. In which, like I said, we have the peat moss and all solution. I have some bone meal in there as well, knowing that the roots are gonna have a little shock initially, but then they'll get themselves adjusted to the new home. And they'll do what they need to do, which is grow, mature, produce, and churn out a great sage plant, as well as whatever else, producing a great sage plant, as well as whatever else I companion plant with it. So it's just like that, we have transferred a sage plant, and now I even have space right here to grow something alongside the sage plant, which I will. Until then, however, let's go ahead and replant this mint plant, which, man, let me see. Let me try another way. Let's just try another way. I know mint is resilient in all that it is. So I'm going to try and see if I can do the whole thing at one time. We'll start by getting these edges loose. This one might be root bound because this has been in this grow pot, or excuse me, this 5-gallon bucket for a while now. And the way mint grows is that as the vines go out, if it touches soil, it's going to produce yet another runner, we can call it. And so I'm sure there's all kind of roots going on in here, which is why you really don't want to plant mint if you're growing in raised beds and things like that. You don't want to plant mint with anything else. Mint will take over whatever it is in. It smells great, but don't let the smells fool you, because it will take over. All right, so let's see. Here's the original plant. Let's see how it feels when I pull it up. I can't even get my hands in here, guys and gals. No, that's all roots. I can hear it. You know how you can hear? Well, if you're doing this yourself, you'll be able to hear when the roots are, when you're touching roots, you're cracking. That's the root sound. Man, it's even making me question whether or not I want to deal with it. I do, but I don't, but I do at the same time. I even have a loofah plant out there that I want to transplant. Sheesh. Let's see, guys. Oh yeah, this baby is to the walls. Just gonna jab this in here around the circles. You know how you're baking something and you're trying to get it out, you go around the edges. even though I'm not a cook. When I go to get what's being cooked, I like the corner pieces of the mac and cheese or the cornbread. Woo! I like to eat good, guys. And my wife can cook it. All right, so let's see where we are. Oh, that's no love. This is all trapped. It's trapped in the closet. In the closet. Let's see. What you gonna do, Mint? Are you gonna work with me? Oh yeah, I'm tearing these roots up. I can hear it. But like I said, Mint is resilient, guys and gals, so I'm okay with doing what I have to do. Oh yeah. Oh man, wait till you see these roots. I'm gonna get a grow bag on its side right here so that I can put the Mint on. I think that'll be a smarter solution for this scenario. But wait till you see these roots. Just the part I saw so far. Look at that big root. Oh yeah. I'm gonna show you all what I was talking about as far as the roots are concerned. All right, so this is what I wanted to show you all, just so you can see what's taking place as I talked about with the 5-gallon buckets. You'll have a dominating root, which obviously this one is the dominating root. It's doing what it's doing, and it's gone to the edge of the bucket and then started spiraling itself around the edge, the end of the bucket itself, which creates the root bounding system that we don't want, in which the grow bag is not going to produce. And so it'll be able to aerate. In this case, it would hit the end, the edge of the grow bag, and then it would stop growing, which then would produce another root system that will do what it needs to do. So what I'm going to do is, of course, put this in here in this grow bag, and we'll be able to have it to grow as naturally necessary, okay? And not be root bound. That is what we are working against. That is what we are stopping and using these grow bags. So let's go ahead and finish out this job. Which it doesn't shock me that this Mint has done what it has done, because it has been in here for a while. Look at that. Put that root in there. From there, get the edges. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Happy, happy, happy. Alright, and what I'm going to do is fill in the edges, because you do want the soil to go all the way to the edges and things like that. Putting it on this grow bag was a good idea, because now I'm able to, as you can see, just sprinkle in the excess soil like so. Alright, let me get some more soil so I can fill in this side as well. Alright, adding some more soil into the edges. It's going to complete this task. Because like I said, you do want soil going all the way to the ends, because that is what the plant itself, in this case the Mint, will grow towards the end as it searches for water and nutrients and things like that. And as it meets the end, you want it to meet some soil, because the air itself will kill the roots, not allowing it to get the water and the nutrients that it needs. And so I'm gonna just pack it in like so, knowing that, again, Mint is resilient. Mint can grow through concrete. And so it's not that I'm damaging or hurting anything. It may not look the best initially, but it's gonna work out. Get that weed out of there. But it's gonna work out. Like I said, it is raining today, so it is the perfect conditions to plant, to grow, and for regrowth. Alright, so let me get this bad boy out, and we'll lastly go to my pineapple sage, which is a fairly new plant itself as well. So let's go ahead and do that one. Alright, so after you do it a couple times, you realize and know that you should probably go ahead and put some soil down in there first. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and pull up this sage. This is the pineapple sage. Oh man, that's funny. I thought it was Mint. My children and I, we had ate a leaf the other day because my daughter's stomach wasn't feeling well. And as I do this, I realized we ate some sage instead of Mint. Oh well. That's what happens when you're in a rush in the morning and you just want to have something herbal to help relieve problems. Anyway, now we know. Well, now I am reminded that it is sage as opposed to mint. So I'm going to go ahead, do what I've done before, which is go in. The other plants are doing fabulous outside, I will say that. With the rain doing what it has done, doesn't look bad, which, I mean, hey, things look good the day of. I'll definitely be watching it, giving it the attention, fertilizing, talking to it. Yes, you can talk to your plants as well. All the things necessary for ample growth and opportunity. Now, this bucket is heavy, which I'm wondering if this one has a, yep, it probably does have a 5-gallon bucket in it, which is why it's so heavy. It may, or excuse me, a pitcher. Wow, these roots are very strong. I hate ripping roots, but it's a part of the process. So let me put this over here, which is in my wheelbarrow that my other soil is in. I'm gonna go ahead and dump. All right. So I had some perlite, I had some cocoa coir in here. Obviously it wasn't mixed well at all. I don't know if you all saw, but it was not mixed at all. So it was kind of like layered. But it's okay, we have another turn. I'm gonna leave all the old roots in there, just so as it is getting acquainted to its new home, old connections can take place. It can say to itself, oh wow, yes I do remember such things as that. And we can be happy and merry. So let's see where we are height wise. Yep. That is definitely high enough. Probably a little bit too high. Let's take some out. Well, I can move it to the side. When you do this a couple times, you start to get wiser in your doing, which I thought I was going to be able to companion plant with this sage, but I don't think so. Just looking at the sheer volume of the roots itself right now, it's going to take over. But I will leave some space to the side just in case. I might try growing some arugula with it just to see what happens. I believe the sage is going to bounce back as necessary. The arugula, we'll see what happens. I have a bunch of it in the back that I've been growing outdoors. So we'll give it a grow. We will give it a try. All right. So again, just packing it in, making sure there is soil all the way to the edges. Making sure it's nice and in there, which this has so much cocoa coir that this plant will not have to worry about drying out at all, which is good, right? So there we have it. The third plant replanted, repotted, as we call it, upgraded to its new grow bag. Let's go. All right, great people, and just like that, we have upgraded our plants. Well, my plants, which you saw how to upgrade your plants. So our plants can be upgraded in the grow bags if you were growing in 5-gallon buckets. And as you saw, there may be some root bounded or some what could grow to be some root bounded plants that you have to work with and deal with. However, like I said, don't fret if it looks a little frumpy, a little grumpy initially. Allow for like 3 or 4 days to let it do what it does, which it is getting acquainted to its new home. Think about it. When you move into a new home, you're not first day in like, oh, this is amazing. No, you have to do some unpacking, you have to do some sorting, you have to do some inventory of what you have and what you may need, such as your plant in its new growing home. It has to stretch its roots out, and learn how the soil now is, where everything is. So that's why I put the bone meal in there, so it can have its fertilizer, right? So when you move into a home, you have to have some food, right? So you see how it is symbolically like how we as humans conduct and operate ourselves, okay? So are our plants, which is why I love gardening so much, because it allows us to see life in a whole nother perspective and see the importance of every little detail that life has to offer. So with that being said, I love you all. I appreciate you all. I hope to see you on the next video, and you can do so by way of subscribing, clicking that bell notification, as well as you can click that thumbs up so that others can see this wonderful video showing that they too can transfer from 5-gallon buckets to grow bags, fabric containers, whatever you want to call it, so that your plants can grow in a way in which is most beneficial, okay? All right, great people. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Till next time. Peace.